Hello there, Pete. How's it going? We are in black and white today, as you can see, and I've managed to get together a good little lesson for the Dusty Springfields, if my friends could see me now. So the sort of thing I've gone for on the uke is a little combination of the original song, but also the video that you sent me, the YouTube video of the guy doing the instrumental kind of picky bits on the electric ukulele. So let me play you a little bit of my version, and then we'll sort of run round it. Okay, here we go. Cool, so I've got the nice little picky bit, which you can do as I see them. So yeah, so we've got a little bit of craziness going on there, quite a bit to learn. You can also simplify it to a much simpler sort of chord version. If they could see me now, da, 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 Cool, so we've also got our little intro, which I've just done, the very beginning bit on the original Dusty Springfield song. What you've got is... So, let me run through that with you. We're doing everything, so this is for our intro, just on the C string. Nice and simple, we're going to go... Open, second, fourth, fifth, da 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 da. Nice and easy. So this is a good little warm up. This is the section I'd start with first. Start at the beginning with your intro. 0, 2, 4, 5. Cool. Next little section we've got is 0, 2, 4, 7. Doing it all on one string. So break that down, we've got that 0, 2, 4, 5. Once you've got that, we're going to go 0, 2, 4, 7. Then what you've got, it sort of slows down and you get 0, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 0. So you're coming back up the other way in that last bit. 0, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 0. Okay, so that's your intro. Best thing to do is try playing that along with the song, because that'll be the easiest way to get the timing. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, then there's the pause. And the vocals come in. If they could see me now, da 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 Okay, so let's do the simple version to start with. We're going to do 4 strums on C. If they could, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. So C7 to F2 to F7 to E7, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The run, which is the cool bit, which we'll look at in a minute. D7, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3. If they could see me now, da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. So, starting out, you're going to have no problem with the first two bars. C, C, D, da, da, da. C to C7, no issue there. Little strumming pattern you can try there. Down, 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 down. So similar to the down, down, up, down, up, but down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, down. F, easy. F7 we haven't done in a while. What you do is you keep your normal F, then you add your third finger, third fret on the C string. So again, easy. Then we're going to do a bar of E7, which you can do either here, as we've done before, or like this. Now what you're doing there, you're barring the whole 4th fret. But you take your second finger, pop it on the 5th fret, on the A string. Okay, so after you've done your 4 strums on the E7, we've got a run. Now take your G7 chord. This is so it sounds. That's what we're looking for. Now I've got the rhythm right now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so take your G7 chord, and this is going to be the basis of the whole run. Now if we moved it up one, it's going to be G sharp. We move it up one more, we're going to be looking at an A7, but in a different place for this song. Now what you notice is it's exact same shape as the G7, except you've got your 4th finger on the your second finger on the 4th fret, third finger on the 4th fret, and your first finger there on the 3rd, but exactly the same as a G7, but just on the 4th fret. So you should sound. Now shuffle that along 1 fret, and so you're on the 3rd and 2nd. Then we move it back another fret, we're on a G7. Easy enough. Then we move our 2nd and 3rd over and take the 1st off, leaving us with a B diminished. And so you can see all of these chords in the diagram that I've sent you over. So try that slowly and you'll have da, 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 da. It's almost like when someone tells a really bad joke and you go wah, wah, wah. Sort of like that one was. But pretty much that little run goes really nicely within the song. So you're like la, da, 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 da. The timing's a bit tricky, and it's quite hard to sort of put across in the lesson. But if you have a listen along to the song, I think that'll be the sort of best way forward for getting the timing. So let's go through to where we are so far. So with the verse, starting from the C. Sorry, that's not the right rhythm. If they could see me now, da 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 dum da dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, do do. 3, 2, 3, 4. So that very last couple of lines is D7, but again, you'll see in the chord diagram, barring along the first fret with your second finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. Okay, so this is the sort of simpler version. The first 2 lines, the C to C7 and the F to F7, what you can do, and what the guy's doing in the video on YouTube, the electric ukulele, he's playing the sort of vocal melody. If they could be me now, da, 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 da. And I've written that out for you in a riff form. So let's just try that together. First thing you're going to do is put your 3rd finger on the 5th fret on the E string, and we're going to move from that to the 3rd fret on the E string. So you go 5th to 3rd on the E string, then you come up to the C string and pop your 2nd finger on the 4th fret. Da, da, da. If they could be now. So we do that twice round. If they could da, da, da. So it's 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. The other way you can do it that you may find easier is 5, 3, 0, 5, 3, 0. So you can do it all on one string. So I've written that on there both ways so you can see. So just the 3 notes, it's just getting a just sort of practicing that melody round a few times. Then what you do for and that's over the C and the C7, and when you change to the F, you do a similar thing. So again, I've written it on here 5, 3 on the A string, which again you can do quite easily. You can either go for the 3rd note in the riff to the open string, or you can do it as the 5th fret on the E string. So the way I've written it out is, you might find it easier to do. So in total you've got now what the guy does, which makes it quite sort of clever and quite interesting in the picking version, he does a sort of now what's going on there is I'm essentially using this chord shape, and you'll see I've written that out next to the riff. You've got your 2nd finger on the C string on the 4th fret, and your 1st finger on the E string on the 3rd fret. So you have, so get that shape under your fingers. So 1st finger, 3rd fret, E string, 2nd finger, 4th fret on the C string. And what we're going to do is simply play the riff. Dum, dum, dum. So you're strumming here from the C string with your 3rd finger comes on. As you can see, it's on the 5th fret on the Good Children Eat E string. And what I'm going to do is, instead of strumming all of the strings, I'm just going to strum from that C string. So you're doing you've got this whole chord shape, the one I showed you, and you're adding on your third finger to it. One strum with that on, taking the third finger off, and then taking them all off. So what you've got is it's just getting that rhythm behind it. Cool, so that's the complicated way of playing the first two bars. So you can go da, 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 which is pretty cool. Or you can go the extra mile and add in the. Then for this, so we've got that first part there, and you'll see I put part 1, riff part 1. The second part you've got is your this essentially that riff there. And what you can do is just strum. So what you'll see I'm doing here is I'm doing 5 3 0 5 3 0 5 3 0, just as we were doing earlier. But again, I'm strumming just from the C string. Oh, sorry. So let's put that whole riff together. So you start out finding your chords. Second finger, 3rd fret, 4th, second finger, 4th, first finger, 3rd fret, second finger, 4th frets. And then that's on the C and the E. And then we bring on the 3rd finger, so it's on the same string as your first finger, there on the E, but on the 5th fret, and we go. Then we're going on to the next section. So you can change between the two. To the E7. Da, 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 do, do, do. So I've written out all of the chords at the sides. So the F7, you know, we went through that early on. Not too many troubles there. The D7, you've looked at that as a bar chord before, so that should be okay. The E7, again, you can do that 2 different ways, either on your 4th fret as a bar chord, or as the usual E7 open chord that we have practiced. Both work. It's just we're doing A7 and so it's really the chords in the run are the thing to practice. So after sort of watching this lesson, you can skip back and look at the different bits. So you've got your intro at the beginning, which you can focus on, go through the chords. This is the bit that I would sort of focus on, and the bit that's kind of that makes the song is the da, 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 so I'm just going to play the whole thing round one final time just to finish off slowly, so at home you can sort of aim towards playing along with this. So, if they could. I hope you enjoyed that, Pete, and that sort of cleared it up. It's not. I've sort of done the intro and the verse there. There is still the chorus to go, but I thought that was a fair amount to be getting on with anyway, especially with those sort of. So I know you said you wanted to go to the next level. Obviously, we haven't seen you playing in a while, so I guess you're getting really good. But if you get the chance, send over a video if you're playing something sometime. It'd be good to have a chat on the phone sometime if you give me a shout. Yeah, I hope that lesson's all good for you. All right, I shall see you soon.